Yeah, more say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Graham and Stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there pushing truth in all sincerity and in all honesty. This is a brother from James, Jamaica camp. Yashama, I know more do a lesson on these doomsday bunkers where all these rich, wealthy families of the earth have for them a plan for them have basically flee to the time when all will break loose, because right now we can clear that we're approaching a time, when all is gonna break loose, based off of the prophecies and all the signs also taking place, right now in the earth. Right? We're in a time of the third world war destruction. Right? So you have a lot of these families that will flee to them bunkers to hide, from this destruction. Right? And I'm gonna be safe in them bunkers for to start slavery, especially the banking elite, the first crop of slaves. Alright, this is Isaiah 24 and verse 21. And it say, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. So they're going to get punished. These nations are going to get punished for them do to us as a nation. Right? Now Maccabees 2 and 10 say, what nation have gotten basically of our spoil? Have gotten of our kingdom, because all them benefit of our downfall. Right? One way or the other, especially so-called white man. Verse 22 says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. Right? After this coming destruction, they're going to get what? They go to them bunkers. Right? It's Jeremiah 16 and verse 16. Say, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. Because right now we're in the fishing season. Right? We're fishing for the hillock. Right? Going back 2,000 years ago, Yahushai said to the disciples, say, I'm going to make them fishers of men. Fast forward to today, we're fishing for the hillock, because it's all about the hillock. Right, so we're in the fishing season right now. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them. So job description is going to change. From every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks, because they're going to flee. A lot of these rich families are going to flee to hide. Right? In the hills, and in the mountains, and even in the bunkers. Right? And it's Revelation 6 and verse 15. And it says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every freeman, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which is Yahushua. Right, so them are going to hide. Right? Back to Isaiah 24 and verse 22. And it say, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up, and shall be shut up in the prison, slacker. And after many days shall they be visited. So they're going to get visited after many days to start work. Right? Alright. Alright, it's Ezekiel 39 and verse. Let us jump to the point. Alright, it's a verse alright, it's Ezekiel 39, we'll start at verse 12. And 7 months shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land, because after this nuclear destruction that will take place, right? A lot of dead bodies going to lie the street, and also the open field where all these military are going to gather, right? According to the scripture. This is Isaiah 34 and verse 2 say, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He had utterly destroyed them. He had delivered them to the slaughter. Joel 3 and 3. I'm get all nations, I'm going to bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat in the Middle East, and I'm going to plead with them there for his people. Right? Verse 3 say, their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with their blood. So a lot of dead bodies going to lie the streets, right? So these banking elites, these rich, wealthy families of the earth, their first job is to basically bury all the dead bodies. Right? Alright, verse 13 say, yea, all the people of the land shall be buried them, and it shall be to them a renewing the day that I shall be glorified, saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and they shall serve out men of continual employment, slavery, because this is the slavery will start out for you banking elites, survive this nuclear destruction according to, the Bible prophecy. The rest of you family across the world will survive this coming destruction. Right? Continual employment, which are basically slavery, passing through the land to bury with the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. So they're going to search for all the dead bodies, all the bones, of men who basically die in this third reservoir destruction. Verse 15 says, and the passengers that pass through the land, when any seeth a man's bone, then shall he set up a sign by it, till the buriers have buried it in the valley of Ammon Gog. So this is what coming here. For all you rich families here, slavery. Right? No have no time. As people say, time and chance happening unto all men. Right? So the time come to an end now. We're approaching the time now when the Lord Yahushua is gonna remove all you Eden nation, especially so-called white man, from out of power, and putting them back in a rightful place, which have basically served us here. Right? So with that, I say all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. And double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all our brothers and out there push the truth in all sincerity and all honesty. Shalom.